Greetings from NACIN. We welcome to the second episode of the Revenue Room. I'm Niranjana,
And I'm Shri Kumar.
probationers from the 75th batch of Indian Revenue Service. And we are thrilled to be your host for this inspiring journey.
Revenue Room is a series dedicated to celebrating the remarkable careers and personal stories of distinguished leaders who have made significant contributions to our society. In each episode, we will delve into the lives of these trailblazers, exploring their challenges, triumph, and the wisdom they have gained along the way. Our aim is to provide insights that can inspire and guide the next generation of leaders. Today, we have a very special guest with us on the show. He approaches his superannuation on the May 31st, 2024, after a distinguished career in public service. Today, we are honored to have with us Principal ADG, Shri Narayanswamy sir with us. Sir belongs to the 1992 batch of Indian Revenue Services, Customs and Indirect Taxes. Sir has worked in various formations across Bengaluru and Mysuru. Sir was instrumental in setting up the Office of ADG, DGGI, as a zonal office in Bengaluru, and also the setting up of regional offices in both Belgavi and Goa. Sir has served on deputation to Cabinet Secretariat and was also spearheading the Karnataka zonal response team during the COVID-19. Sir, we are extremely privileged and honored to have you here on this show. And on behalf of the 75th batch of officers, I heartily welcome you to this show.
Thank you, Shri Kumar. Thank you, Niranjana, for giving me this opportunity.
So let's quickly move on to our first question. We know that NACIN Palasamudram project is very close to your heart. What is your vision for NACIN Palasamudram 10 years down the line?
Thank you, Niranjana. Let me give you a little bit of background. NACIN Palasamudram was announced, the land was given to us, announced in 2014. Since then, a number of officers have contributed for this project. One of them is Mr. P.N. Rao, now SISTAT member, who has toiled to get the land records done, and he is able to take the position of the land. Thereafter, he has built the compound as well as the gates. Then in 2021, my predecessor, Mr. Venkat Reddy, is the one during the COVID time, had worked with CPW and the architects and his colleagues, and he is the one who made the master plan. Thereafter, I sent out the preliminary estimate, got the sanction. From there, my journey started. I built a very passionate teams, and everyone in my team are chosen or gifted. I'm grateful to the board that they didn't post anybody without me asking for, because of that passionate team. And we included the team from CPW, contractor, architect, everybody as one team, and we were able to build this campus to the best of our abilities. The vision for this Palasamudram campus is this should emerge within next 5-6 years as the center of excellence in the field of customs, GST, narcotics, and all the related technology driven aspects. In fact, when director capacity building capacity division of World Customs Organization visited here, he remarked this should become the best customs academy in the world. That is the vision in nutshell. This should emerge as the place where even other government officials come here and learn about our work. Indian Revenue Service, Customs and GST is the only service which has got variety and diversity of work. You can work with the forest department, you can work with the police, narcotics. Because it has got such a diversity, we are able to build so many labs and facilities. And this campus should be used by various government organizations. It should become the international center, having MOs with WCO, UNODC, US, and other countries. And we have also thought of having engagement with the Capacity Building Commission for Faculty Development, Cyber Innovative Center with IIT Madras, then Marine Training Center with Indian Marine University, Chennai. So each one should become into a center of excellence. I want to see in next 3-4 years, at least 1,000 plus trainees are there at any point of time, and it should be bustling with lot of training activities.
So that's very fascinating to know. Now, in your entire career span, which is that one charge or office that you enjoyed the most and why?
I've been fortunate to have played different roles in different departments because of my reputation opportunities and nature of job. Every posting I got were used to be new one for me to start off as a probationer wherever I go, because of basic principle that I enjoy doing my work with passion. I was able to face the challenges boldly. One valuable thing what I have learned is the teamwork in my functioning. I was able to build a good team of officers, inspire them, motivate them, and made them enjoy their work as well as give their best in their functioning. I always believed that rank is should be in the file, talent should be on the table. This basic principle has made all of us come together and give our best, and I was able to succeed. Even if you take NACIN Palasamudram team, when I say Palasamudram project team, it includes not only NACIN officers, it includes CPWD, it includes EPC contractor, DEC, uh, muralage, architect, and many other stakeholders. We all have worked together as a team, not just building the buildings for a department, but building a national institute. All my team members are inspired to be karma yogis than karmacharis. This has helped me to face challenges in general.
So that's a very interesting point of view because the point of you telling that rather than working in silos where you get all the stakeholders together and that cooperative approach is the result why we have this academy also in front of us in a very short span of time. Thank you, sir, for that.
Thank you.
And so during your response also, you had mentioned that you traveled extensively as a part of your deputations and everything. So how were you able to manage your both your personal and your professional life and create and strike a balance between the both, sir?
Managing work life and personal life has been a very hot topic. We always conduct several sessions in our academy to sensitize our officers that they should give equal importance to the family life as well as to the work. My experience is that it's not difficult to balance the two. Wherever I have traveled, I have taken the family along. There are situations where you need to give your best and you have to work hard for the office. Yes, if family understand this is necessary at that point of time, they will also cooperate with you. At the same time, whenever you are relatively free, you should spare time for the family. As far as I am concerned, I have my wife and two daughters. They have been very kind to me and they were very understanding. They used to sense the importance of the work I'm doing, so they used to allow me to do my work peacefully. It doesn't mean that I could not spend time with them. We have done a lot of holidays whenever all of us are free. In the last 3 years, I have been extremely busy with this project, totally involved. My wife is alone at home. But what I did is, because she is a qualified person with a PhD in botany, and because I was talking about this project, she also got interested. So I roped in her to be external member and put her under the greening committee with Dr. Yelurmati. She was able to enjoy herself, contribute, and they all brought out a book, Flora of Palasamudram, with the association with NRC two scientists, Dr. Elulmati and my wife. So in the process, the institute is benefited and she is also enriched. This has been recognized by our honorable chairman, and he has also issued a certificate of appreciation to her. I think here I have brought both family life and professional life together, and both are in a win-win situation.
Sir, it's great to know that how much you have given a balance to both sides, your office life and your family life. Now, I think that has also played a lot of role in you having an illustrious career in Indian Revenue Service. So, what are the qualities that we, as officer trainees, need to imbibe to be a successful professional?
My belief and understanding is every generation comes with more intelligence, more understanding of the situations, technologically very savvy. So when you probationers the officer trainees compete in this very competitive exam and come out successfully as one among a million or so competitors, I'm 100% sure that you will be able to navigate the professional career also. You may need certain guidance in doing that. Having said that, I would like to tell you a few points where you need to keep in mind. As we discussed, work and life balance has to be maintained. That is very necessary. We will not be able to focus only on the work and become not able to think more. If there is a good family support, you will be able to perform your work much better. Then you need to take care of yourself, practice certain meditation, yoga, exercise. So sound body will always have a sound mind. Then spirituality and service motive you should develop, because by serving others we go beyond the professional framework and you will derive more satisfaction. And because the world is changing very fast, you have to keep learning, and you should be a learner all the time, so you'll be updating your knowledge and be confident. Then networking and mentorship is something which you have to focus. One of my strengths are, I've never disconnected from somebody who has helped me or whom I have helped, or connected good people. So that may help you anywhere. For example, this concept, this campus, have taken a lot of help of my batchmates from IAS, IPS in building, getting aeroplane, all those things. That will help us. And you should have some mentors who can guide you through. As you grow older, you should also become a mentor and guide your youngsters. Then, whenever you take up an assignment like this project, you need to do a goal setting and split them into smaller units and achieve one by one. Stay cool all the time. There's nothing to be panic. My belief is I want to do what is in my hand. If it's not my in hand, I have to be calm and cool. These are certain features you can adopt.
So we have always come across you as a very calm and composed and cool person at the greatest of the adversities that you may have to face. Uh, and that's rightly because of the very fact that you would have faced so many challenges in your life. And we as probationers would like to know, how do you deal with the challenge that come your way? And what would be possibly the greatest challenge that you would have faced in your professional career? And how did you overcome it, probably?
I think we need to be clear on our fundamentals. Challenges are there to face. Unless there are challenges, we will not enjoy our life. And every challenge has got its own unique features. I firmly believe in a principle that every problem has got a solution, maybe sometimes more than one solution. As they say, every lock has a key. Once if you are clear on that, when there is a challenge or once there is a difficulty coming up, I'm sure we'll find the solutions. But the methodology to tackle those things are very, very important.
Right.
One is staying calm and cool. In fact, one of our senior officers, immediately after the foundation stone laying ceremony, came up to me and said, "You were the most cool officer I've ever seen." The reason is I had trust in my team. I know they will perform. I had trust in what we have already done, and there is nothing to panic. If something still goes wrong, that means that was not in my hands. For that, I should not get panic. So this is how I look at the challenges.
So I think already you have answered my next question, but still asking it. What have been your mantras that have guided you and that has been very close to your heart?
I think when we discuss, you would have picked up all these mantras. And these mantras are not something unique to one person. As I told, all of us face this civil services exam, which is the real tester for us. It is very challenging. During that time, you have been told the routine mantras of doing hard work, be passionate, be resilient, be committed, dedicated. These are all necessary things for us to succeed in life, on whatever the way or whatever the field we chose. But in my case, I believe there is something unique I would have picked up. That means I had the vision to see the invisible things. And I always used to have a mission to achieve the impossibles. I think this is something I would have adopted, and I've been fairly successful in my career, whatever the job I have undertaken.
So, if you were given a reset button in life, which event would you like to go back and change, if at all, if there is anything like that?
In fact, when you look at my career, I moved from one customs into within our department, also moving from customs to central excise GST itself is a big change. Then I went to cabinet secretariat, then I came back. Every time I was resetting my button, but for the future. I will not disappoint you, but I will answer your question. Resetting, presumably for the past. I've been so extremely lucky that as if the Lord has scripted my journey so well, when I look back, there is nothing that I wanted to change. So I don't wish or think that there is a requirement for resetting the button in my case.
That's great.
Great to know that, sir. Since you had a very illustrious career, I would like to ask you one more question regarding that. What are your future plans, sir?
Thank you. I believe that there is nothing called retirement. I think retirement is only Indian concept. It is not there anywhere else. Even if you say retirement, it is just a transfer from the government job to my own job or my own services. But certainly, I would like to spend my time, maybe next 30, 40 years, in serving the society, in doing whatever I could not do in the last 30, 32 years, building institutions using my professional experience. I'm coming from a very backward district called Chamrajanagara. I'm looking at associating with the like-minded people there and try to help the various communities there through our professional knowledge, as well as bringing the government schemes to the doorsteps of these people, and we try to help them. This is one of that. Uh, Now, world is open for me. I can choose any of the hobbies, any of the uh, jobs. I think I'm excited that I will be a liberated man on 1st June 2024.
Right. So they always say legends don't retire. So I think uh, it's only your first innings that has come to an end. Now you're yet to start your second innings, and we wish you all the best for your second innings.
Thank you.
But now we have only come to the closure of a rather formal part of our interaction, and now we have slightly a bit more candid and more lightened up segment, which we call it as blink it and miss. It's more of a rapid fire session where we ask a simple question, which you can either answer in one word, you can give maybe a brief explanation, but you can ask, be candid as possible, right? So are you okay with that, sir?
Fine.
All right, sir.
So here we go. Tea or coffee?
None.
Right. So are you, sir, a morning person or a night owl?
Morning.
Okay. And how early do you rise frequently?
By 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So your favorite holiday destination?
Probably Maldives.
Right.
Or Kenya.
Okay. So any book that you would recommend that one should have read?
I love to read anything which is inspirational. But for the last few years, because I've been extremely busy, whether it was project or COVID related work, or so I could not read as a hobby. Probably I will restart it from June 1st onwards.
Right.
So if not IRS, which other profession would you have chosen?
Probably I would have become a professor in a university, and I would have really enjoyed it.
Right. So one thing that you can't live without?
My wife.
Customs, GST, or narcotics posting?
Customs.
GST or narcotics?
narcotics posting? Which one do you prefer? So,
I'm not specific.
but if you're asked to pick one,
Maybe narcotics.
great to know that, sir.
So thank you for this very candid answers. I mean, it was really a pleasure for both of us to having host you on this particular show. And before we just end, is there any message? You have already given all your mantras, anything, but anything specific that you would like to share with our audience before?
I keep saying this to my young officers who have longer career. Always think big and go beyond the borders. Dare bigger things and you achieve bigger things. Not necessarily you have to be stereotyped. You should be different from any other person. That's all the message I can share.
Right. So I'm sure the officers that are yet to come to this campus, be it the next batch or the batches after that, are always going to be benefited by the wisdom that you have stated on this floor. And the very purpose of having this show is also that all this wisdom remains timeless and is definitely a reference for the future generation of officers that are yet to get trained at this great academy. So, needless to say, your words were truly inspiring, and we are really thankful for you to be here with us on the show. And we wish you all the best for your future endeavors, sir.
Thank you.
And thank you, viewers, for joining us on this show. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories. Until then, goodbye.